As 2024 is coming in hot, I know many of us who are dreamers, it is time to start our vision board, start to imagine how next year is going to go for us. I know I'm always setting big goals, but I wanted to break it down a little bit so that we can go the places we want to go, but also stay super present and enjoy the process. Because if you're like me, you are like just so set on your future goals that you forget to also just enjoy the day and have a little trust and faith in the process when things aren't going your way, or they're taking longer than you think they should. And yeah, just take it day by day. So I'm going to go about my morning routine on a day where I don't start work super early. This is like my ideal morning, going to the gym and doing some stretching, and then we'll talk about having a plan for next year. So number one is the vision. I think if you don't have a vision for where you want to go this year, then we'll end up somewhere completely different, and you'll look back and be like, oh my God, how did I get here? Like, have you ever heard that if airplanes are like 1 degree off of their track to their destination, they can end up on like an entirely different continent? So knowing what direction you want to go, I think is super important, to just take some time and go, okay, where do I see myself going in 2024, or even the next 5 to 10 years? Because we do overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in like 5 or 10 years, and that's always held me up. So yeah, think of the future goals for this year, but also imagine like what is going to happen in my life in the next 5 to 10 years. Because if we want big, massive change, then it's going to take even longer than 1 year. For like weightlifting and stuff like that, like we start our fitness journey and we look in the mirror after day one and go, okay, where's my abs? But building a body and changing our body takes a lot longer, and it's the same thing with our goals. So just take it one day at a time. Number two is vision gives us purpose. Did you guys see the documentary on Netflix? I think it's called Longevity, about people who live in blue zones and live to be 100 and even beyond. Well, one of the things that keeps them young is having purpose, and a Japanese concept for that is ikigai. It's like meaning alive or full of life, or feeling like you're doing something, you're benefiting others, you're serving others, you're growing every day. I think having vision is going to make it feel like we're working towards something, and it's going to give us purpose every day, so that we do want to wake up and get out of bed. We do have something to do that day that feels bigger than ourselves, and that really is something that I have to keep coming back to. Like, I'll forget about it sometimes and get in a funk, and then I'll come back to my mission. I'll come back to my purpose, and it keeps me grounded and keeps me like working hard. I think it keeps me going. Number three, and having some direction and having some vision and having that purpose, that ikigai every day, so we don't get caught up too much in the future and where we want to be instead of where we are now. And you've heard this before, but I am going to say it again because I know I always need the reminder that gratitude is what keeps you present. Like, I get so unhappy when I am thinking about my future house, or like that I thought I would have kids by now, or I thought, when you get in that trap of thinking that you should be somewhere else instead of where you are now, it can be super frustrating. And always just coming back to gratitude and having faith for the process. Like, I know that I'm here for a reason. I know that I have something to do. I keep rooting into my mission. Like, personally, I stand for women lifting weights. I think every woman should be building strength, and that's what keeps me grounded. And then I'm so grateful for where I am now, that I'm learning things along the way so that I can help women, so that I can reach more people. I have to learn certain lessons so that I can reach the right people. So I just start to understand that, and I'm grateful for that. And then I write down my gratitudes every morning. Anytime I'm walking outside, whether I'm walking to work or walking my dogs, I go through gratitudes. I try to remind myself not to scroll on my phone and just, be happy for where I'm at in the process. So little things that help me feel rooted are like my daily journaling, my daily walks, my daily yoga stretches. I just do like 10 minutes stretching in the morning, and being aware of my thoughts, noticing when I am getting caught up, like, oh man, like I am not there yet. Like I try to go, okay, that's not me. That is like something, a thought that is interrupting my current happiness. So I notice that, I'm aware of it, and then I know that it's not true. I remind myself it's not true, and I shift back out of it. And that's what allows me to really change the pace and keep moving forward in a growth mindset, a service mindset, and just enjoying the day. So whatever it is for you, like maybe it's driving in your car, maybe it's just little moments like before a meeting that you remind yourself you're grateful for this very moment. Another thing that keeps me from moving forward sometimes, or keeps me stuck and holds me back, is when I forget that failing is part of the process. So the fourth thing is having a growth mindset. Know that to grow, failures are necessary to move forward and learn and unlock new levels of yourself. It's like becoming a new iteration of yourself. You have to get out of your comfort zone, and you have to do things that require you to be scared. And our body, our nervous system is always going to try to hold us back. It's always going to try to not let us like unlock this new layer of ourselves because it feels unsafe. So I try to move towards things that are scary, so that, because I know that I have huge goals, and if I don't do that, then I'm going to stay right where I am, and then I'm going to look back this time next year in 2025 and go, ugh, this is not like where I thought I would be. Once again, I'm not moving towards that 5 or that 10-year goal. Know that you are worth it to do scary things, and it's going to build your confidence the more you start chasing those dreams. Some of you might feel like it's selfish to go after your dreams, but I so believe that it's the most selfless thing you can actually do, because you are here for a reason. When you chase after your vision, your mission, you create more energy within yourself, that passionate energy, and then you're better for everyone else, whether it's your clients, your family, your friends. Showing up for yourself, being growth-minded is going to infiltrate into everyone else's lives around you. You're going to show them your healthy habits. Whether you're starting to work out, whether you're drinking more water, whether you're sleeping good, practicing gratitude, these are all things that are going to help you be the best version of yourself so that you can keep growing. So come back to your habits, lean into discomfort, and you doing what you love serves so many people. It's the most selfless thing you can do, and I stand by that. Be growth-minded, be service-minded, and you're going to be unstoppable this year. Number 5 is going to be watch out for the comparison trap. Once we start chasing those big goals, big visions, you start attracting things like in social media algorithms that bring similar ideas to you. And you see other people doing similar things that you want to do. And you start to go, oh, someone else is already doing it, or they're younger, they have more followers. And you think maybe it's not for me. Maybe this market is already saturated. And that's human nature to compare ourselves. And this is one of the biggest things that holds us back if we're not careful. So instead, use it to support the idea. Oh, look, someone else is doing it. It must be needed. It must be required for some people to have this kind of service, this kind of help. But the way that you teach it, the way you talk about it, the way that you do it is unique in what someone else needs to hear. And that's what's kept me going, because I fall into this trap so much when going after my big visions. So it does keep me learning about, okay, what do I have to offer? How am I different? How can I just show up today and serve? And then you kind of like notice those things that are super helpful for other people's journey. So don't get into the it's too late trap. Notice those thoughts when you have them. Shift out of it. Make it that part of the habit. You are not your thoughts. You have so much to offer. You will suck at first, but keep going, keep learning, and keep putting yourself out there. And that brings me to the very last thing, I guess this is number 6, is community. The more you get around a support system that encourages you, that uplifts you, you really do become the 5 people that you hang out with the most. I hope that you also make it a point to get around an elevating community in 2024. that's going to quickly wrap up our video. Let me know what point that you are going to lean into, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.